Hello guys, welcome to TechJect Studio. In this video, we will learn about creation of forms. So what are forms basically? We visit numerous sites on the internet, and if we want to access their content, the website asks us to sign up or sign in the website. So supposingly if I head towards this is a Gmail site, and if I go to the create account site. Okay, so it asks me for my data. So this here, the name, choose your username, create password, this whole thing here is called as a form. So in this video I will teach you how to create this type of forms. So if you want to learn this, keep watching this video until the end. Now guys, so let us begin. As usual, I will start with my HTML tag, and we also have a head under which I have a title for our page. So I will just give form creation. I'll close my title. So this is my end of header. Then I will begin with my body. So I want to have a header here also. So I will use a h1 tag and just give here. Okay, we will create a sign up form kind of. So h1. Okay, if I want it to be in center of the page, I will do is center, and I will close my center here. Yeah. So as I've shown you, I also have a prototype ready here. So I will show you what actually form looks like when we create. So email. Okay, this is a sample form I have created already. So we'll try to create a similar kind of form. Okay, so yeah, let's begin. The first um, tag I want to introduce to is input tag. Okay, so input, uh, with the help of input tag, you can create multiple text areas, or the area where we enter our data, or if we want to create any buttons. This can all be done with the help of the input tag. I will demonstrate it one by one. So first, the field that we want to display first would be first name, right? So it would be first name, and the type of input would be text, and I have to use a selector along with this. So I will use id. Id is one kind of selector, and there is another kind of selector which is name. So you can also use name here, but I will use id because I have to differentiate each text area or each element with another. So I will use id as it has to be unique. Okay, so this is f name. So as the input tag is inline tag, so I will close it here itself, and this is our first name tag. Then I have to also have the last name. So in this, again the input type will remain same, that is text, and the id I will give it to the l name. So sorry, I forgot to use the form tag. This form tag is essential because this marks the starting of your form, and it is essential to close the form tag at the end. So this is in these both, that is the starting of the form and the closing tag of the form, we have to create our buttons and the text areas. Okay, so this is for the first name and the last name. Now the next field that we want to have is age. So input type again would be text, and ID I will give it as age. Uh, Then next would be supposingly address. So there is a different input type for getting an address, because address is generally 2 to 3 lines long. We would need a different type of input type, and there is a specified type for the address, that is text area. Okay, the text area, and we can specify the number of rows you want to give to the input. So I will give 5 rows, and columns can be uh, okay, I will give it as 20, and I will close it here. For this I have to give the label, that is student, or sorry, the address. Yeah, so let's check up till this, like if our script is working properly. I've closed my form, I have to close my body, okay, and I have to close my HTML, and let's save the script as our signup.html, and save this. Let's head to the browser. Host this at HTML, have this signup.html. Okay, as you can see, this one is working fine. I have some problem with this address. Let me check. Okay, the text area is not actually a block tag, so we have to close it separately. Text area, sorry, that should be slash text area. Okay, so I will save it. I will rerun. Okay, so everything is working fine. You can see the labels. These are the text boxes where we have only one row. And in address, it shows up to 2 rows, but you can at least enter 5 rows here. There will be a scroll bar available to scroll up and above. So I will just format it. Like I want first name and last name at the same row, but I want the age to go to the next line. So I have to break this here, break, yeah, and I have to also use a break here. I'll just save it. I'll rerun it. Okay, so my first name and the last name is at first line, the age is at second, and address is at third. Okay, so now let us add some more fields. I will add phone. So input type again will be text, and ID would be phone. I'll close it here. Then you can have the city, type would be text again, and ID would be city. And for state, we can use actually a different input type, that is select. Okay, as each country has fixed name for the states and fixed number of the states, we can use the select, under which we have to provide the option. So for my country, I will provide the options such as Maharashtra. Okay, slash option. Then there will be a second option, Karnataka. Then there will be third option, supposedly Gujarat. Have one more song. Okay, and at the last I have to close the select tag. So I will show you how this select tag appears onto the web page. Just refresh. Okay, so we have got our select tag here. So you can see it displays a drop down menu from where we have to select any of the options. So if I select Karnataka, it will show up Karnataka in this box. If I select Gujarat, it will select show as Gujarat. So this is one of the options to specify. So I will once more use the break here. So we can format it properly. Yeah. So these are the input types and the select types, okay, to have any of forms. And later, after filling up, we have to also submit the data. So we will create a buttons for submission. So before that, I will just insert a horizontal line here. Okay, then we will have a button. So I will insert two types of button here. One to submit the data that you have filled, and one to reset the form. Okay. So first would be the submit button. Then its value, or before value I have to give an ID. ID equal to submit, and value would be value. I can specify anything. Suppose submit form. Okay, this value is the text that appears upon the button. Okay, so you can customizely give anything that you want on your want to appear on your button. So I will have another type of button, input type equal to reset, to reset the form or to reset the data that you have entered. So reset, and value would be reset. And close this tag here. Yeah, that's it. I'll just save it and rerun. Okay, now you can see the two buttons here, that is the submit form and the reset. These are the two buttons that I have created. Okay, so this is all about form, but you can see that our form is not looking that great. The alignment is not proper, or it's just a wide form. So just let us um, make it more beautiful with the help of CSS. Okay, so I will write a block CSS for this. We have to write the CSS inside our head. So the CSS starts with the style tag with the type text slash CSS. This is called as block CSS because it will be applied to a block of tags. Okay, there are two more types, that are inline and file CSS. So in file CSS we create a different file for CSS, and which we can link with our HTML. So for now I'm writing the block CSS. If you want to check the two other types, I have the article posted on my blog. So I will have the link to my blog in the description, so you can visit my blog to check for more details. So let us now begin with this styling. So what I will do is, as I have used h1 here, for my sign up header, I will give a background color to my sign up. So I can do it as directly by using the tag itself h1, and I can apply a background color to this. Background color as supposedly blue, and color as white. So background color will be applied to the background, and this color here will be applied to the font. So let me save this and check. Okay. Okay, sorry, I forgot to close my style here. Yeah, you can see that this blue color is applied in background and sign up shows up in white. So similarly, I will also have some stylings for my first name, last name, uh, and as you can see, there is no margin between these blocks, so it is difficult to identify them. So first, what we will do is we will apply some margins. So for that, what you can do is just use the tag or the IDs here. So this ID, with the help of ID f name, and you can separate the IDs with the help of comma. So f name comma name. I forgot to give the hash. Age. Then we have the phone. Then we have city. Then we have, yeah, that's it, I guess. So for this all, we have to have the margin. So I will write margin top colon supposing 20 px. Yeah. So let us check if margin is applied. Okay, you can see that there is a gap between the two text areas, but there is no gap between age and address. So I have to give a separate styling for address because it's not a ID, and that is not a selector, but it's a tag. So I have to give it as text area. I have to use margin top 20 px. Okay, there is the margin. So this is how we can apply a different stylings. If I want a background color to this, I can, or I'll apply a different background color for the whole page except our header section. So for the whole page, we have to use it on inside a body. So in body, I have to apply background color as supposing I'll use black, and color, that is our font, I'll set it white. So close it here. Yeah, so the black color is applied to the whole document except our buttons and the text areas, and the font here, everything appears in white color. So this is how you can create a form. So I will just type some data. Suppose it should be John, okay, something, John Noy, okay, age is supposedly 16, address is #117, okay, fill something, um, Bangalore, okay, then phone number, he has some phone number, city, state Karnataka. Okay. So if I click on submit, the data is submitted, but we don't have any backend to process the data. It is just clearing the form. So similar works with the reset. Like if you want to reset the form, it will reset the form. Suppose I have some random data here. So I have age is 13. I have some city, some state selected, and if I click on reset, this will reset my form. So our buttons are working properly. Our select option, that is our drop down menu, is working properly. All the areas are working. If I try to enter more than one line, you can see, okay, so I can enter this line and I will get a scroll bar here. So this is how text area differs from the text line, that is the normal text area. In this way we can create the forms. So in the next video I will tell you how to validate the fields that you have entered. Like suppose age should be greater than 18, or the phone number has to have the 10 digits. These validations we will do it in next video. For any other information regarding the form, you can check my blog. I will have description for my blog below. So guys, if you have liked this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. If you have any suggestions or you have some queries, please do post in comment section, and do share this video. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, because we will be getting many more videos like this. We will be also creating a full length projects on HTML. So don't forget to subscribe. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching.